curiosity appears to everyone, but few follow unyieldingly to where it calls them. To a place where thinkers dream of the unthinkable, and curiosity turns into magic. You'll find your calling is closer than imagined. The College of Engineering at Lawrence Technological University has all the technology and tools to make magic. Be curious. Make magic.
This is Pete Ekman with the RoboZone podcast. Jake's here. I'm here. We're exhausted. It's the tail end of week 5. There's 2 weeks to go, 2 weeks from Thursday before our first event.
Oh.
And we're in the thick of it. So let's get some introductions done. Jake, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jake, head mentor of Hollywood 7211 here in Holly.
I like how you prepped yourself up to deliver that, Jake. I can't get there. It's been an exhausting day, man. It's been exhausting. Thanks, Jake, for making yourself available. Me and you go way back, like 2017? 2018. See, it's just tiring. But that's when we were rookies together. We're no longer rookies together. But we will see each other this season. We just found out yesterday in week 4.
Yeah,
so,
4, Battle Creek.
Without further ado, tell me how Team Hollywood's doing.
It's been a bit of a struggle this year. We had a lot of graduating students last year, and we have a lot of newcomers coming in this year. So our whole programming team is gone. So we're training new programmers. Mechanical's young. So we spent a lot of time playing with the kit pod. So we could go to RI3D a couple weekends ago and compete there. That was really fun. You know, it's always great to go to RE3D. You get that first experience on the field.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to take some of the newcomers. They always have a blast going to the first competition because nobody really knows what to expect until you step foot out on that field. So great fun there. So we are definitely behind where we should be. But I think that's every year. We're always behind. So
I was coming. I had the day off, right? I luckily had the day off. I didn't have to take time off. So we had an impromptu build session during the day because the school was out. And on the way home, I keep telling myself, Pete, it's going to be okay. It's like this every year. And I keep thinking, is it like this every year? Or is it's just a little worse this year?
Yeah. Part supply's been kind of touch and go, definitely.
Yes. For both of us. For
Yeah,
both of
yeah.
us, yes.
I think a really underutilized location for getting parts is CTR. They actually stock most of West Coast products parts. So I've been scavenging their website, making sure that I find everything that I can local because that's just up the street. I can run over there in 30
That's true.
minutes and grab some stuff. So
That's true.
and those guys over there are great. So
Man, I tell you what, you were right. That was a dramatic pause. I was just thinking a thought, right? I love the fact that there are prior students that are now building companies to help support teams.
mhm.
That's the good point. The bad point is, and I'll probably get flamed, and this is not supposed to be negative, it's just kind of the realization of build season, is when you need parts, you hit it on the nose. When you can get them right in your backyard rather than waiting for shipping. Because shipping, we've had snow, right? So even the parts
Oh yeah,
companies have had to deal with that. And then we've had a lot of snow in Michigan this season. You know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if Holly has, but where I'm at, I'm in the snow belt, so there's been a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of snow. So
Yeah. Fortunately, we haven't missed any build days due to snow days or anything like that. So, that's I think a first so far. Probably just jinxed myself, but uh,
I'm knocking on wood for
so,
you
so
right now.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, uh, luckily we've had that. The new students, they're really picking it up, right?
good, good.
Figuring it out. we went a little simpler this year, right? Normally we go full custom design and everything, and with spending all our time playing with Kitbot to go into RA3D, we chose a, a pre-build, right? Something that had instructions.
There
Uh,
you go. I like that. Something had instructions. Well, not
right.
not
And
instructions.
historic, yeah, I mean, the instructions are as best as they can be. Historically, Hollywood's always really good at pick and place, right?
Yeah.
Shooting games haven't been our strong point,
Okay.
and um, you know, once we saw the game, everybody's like, we got to have a turret, we got to have adjustable shooters, we got to have this, we got to have that. Those things aren't available, right? So you try to order them, and they're like, okay, maybe at the end of February we'll have some stock back in or something like that.
And
So
that's day
we
of. That's day of. That's when it got released and you go out there to order,
oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I was refreshing my screen for Andy Mark
me
during the
too.
release so that I could order field items.
Mashing the
Um,
F5 button as fast as possible.
oh yeah, yeah. And then luckily I did a third of the field pre-order on game pieces, so we
Yep.
actually have like 175 pieces on the floor here for the kids to kind of get used to dealing with. Nowhere close to what we're going to really see on the field.
Hmm.
Even when the team was at RI3D, they didn't have all 500 balls on the field. It was only like 300. So,
Okay.
um, if you did watch that, then like that's still not what you're going to see on our natural field.
So tell us a little bit about that. Now, I didn't get to go, but I saw there's a video out there where they streamed it, so you can watch it. And
Hmm.
we're training our scouters off it because that's
Okay.
well they were supposed to be a robot in 3 days, like with the college teams, like the robot in 3 days, right? And it got canceled because of snow, right? Shocker.
Right. Yeah.
It was out
Andy
at Indy
Mark
Mark.
was putting that on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so tell us about the one that you went to. What was it like? What did you learn? Give us the inside scoop because none of us have touched the field and you have.
Me personally, I didn't go. I stayed here at the school and worked with the kids building the next robot. But as always, Tyler, our drive coach, went, and we were able to send our new programmer there, and she was able to, adjust autonomouses and adjust the program on the fly and actually see the product of what she's doing there with the programming. So that was really beneficial. You learn a lot, right, about how you're going to interact with the field, how your robot actually goes over that bump.
Hmm.
If you're training, if you have enough build space or drive practice space, um, there's one robot out there. It's great to get out there and actually interact with other robots on the field. It is a friendly scrimmage. So there's not supposed to be contact, but there's always a little bit here and there. Um,
Robbins Racing.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, um, we learned a lot about Kitbot. We did
Okay.
modify the Kitbot. We made it actually into a dual shooter.
Okay.
Um, so the original plans was actually wide enough that if you added a couple little vanes and stuff and removed some blockers, you could actually make it into a double shooter.
Okay.
Relatively simple. So we did that, and then we threw a climber on a box on it, and made the hopper a little bit bigger so we could hold some extra pieces. And that was kind of pivotal in being able to place in third place actually at the competition, getting
Nice.
picked by the first alliance, or sorry, first place team. I forget names so bad. Fully Flare, Team 10606. We ended
Okay.
up pairing with them, and this is actually the second season that we've won that competition. Last year we won it with Cranberry Alarm. So,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
but we only got to see one RI3D team there, but there was four other kit bots that were
Okay.
there, so we were able to run a full scrim there at the end and kind of see what was going on. Um, you learn a lot about the driver, right?
Hmm.
Communication is key always.
So what did they feed back? Like the your Tyler, who I know very well, he was there. He's your draft coach. What did he say? Hey, we need to, really pay attention to this, or this is what I picked up. What are those little tidbits of? really important information. Just asking for a friend.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely, definitely. A little bit of those rule changes that we have this year, the extension of the autonomous time, the extension of the overall time that we get on the
Hmm.
field. You can utilize that extra time. Um, it's very unique. He had uh, a hard time deciphering in between when we can shoot and when we can't shoot and get points for it. So, in this fast-paced game, you get 25 seconds to shoot, and then if you keep shooting, it doesn't count for anything.
Right.
So,
Right.
your time management is super important. Um, there's only one human player that actually does anything with the field at that point.
Hmm.
So you have those two extra human players that are available for timekeeping. I think that that's one thing that they really noticed that is going to be pivotal is using that additional human player to keep track of the time. You're going to have that guy standing behind the alliance, calling the times, letting you know, doing that final countdown, stop shooting in 5, 4, 3, and that's what really helped is we had planned for that. We had kind of trained our human player on
That's cool.
timekeeping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
um, Noticing that early in the game release that was going to be pivotal. So
Okay. That's a really good nugget of information, right? You're right. So one's behind the outpost, that's basically what they do, right? Throwing balls or whatever. And
mhm.
then having the other one of the other human players keeping time and screaming it out. It's going to be have someone that's not afraid to scream things out, right? A
Yeah,
lot of Roblox kids are shy. Um,
right, right.
so that's good
But
trying to pick those
yeah,
people out.
that's definitely going to be a big help if people can utilize that. Um, Another thing we kind of noticed is the human players are allowed to throw the balls.
Hmm.
More than one, actually. So, but there's that line in the trough over the human player station that you can't reach across. And you want to grab that next ball and throw it
Hmm.
because it's there in front of you if the robots haven't come and gotten it. So, I think we're going to see a lot of fouls called um, on overextension of your human player reaching over that line. So
Oh,
it's definitely
that's
something
good.
I'm gonna try to drive home. Don't cross the lines, right?
Don't cross the line. Love it. What about the sight lines, right? Because the sight lines are a little bit different this year because um you oh, I just hit my
Hey,
the first. I
you
actually hit my
shortened a bit.
chair. Yeah. Um the fault lines are there I'm sorry, not fault lines, sight lines, right? The sight lines are there because you have that giant hub sitting in your face, right? So
Right.
did your driver have any problem getting around that or knowing where they're at?
Yeah, so we didn't have like a forward view camera on our kit bot or anything
Okay.
like that. So at some point, your driver is just out there blind trying to grab some balls. So um, you'll notice that a lot of times we're just at the edge of the field trying to collect what's there or plowing, trying to get things over to your side of the field. I think another key point of this game is going to be passing.
Mm,
Um, but also watching out that we're not shooting into other robots because that's going to be another big foul that we're going to see in the first couple of weeks is people are going to start passing, but there's going to be that robot that's driving across the field and you're going to drop one in that robot and you're going to get called on that.
interesting. Hmm.
So you definitely
So,
want to manage how far you're throwing it.
or making sure it goes right to the ground.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's two big pieces of information. See, I wouldn't know this till I saw it, right? So seeing it,
right.
or you in your case, having Tyler, refer that
Relay, yeah.
information to you, relay. Yeah, that way you can understand, and now we can understand. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely. I mean, we had the RA3D up on the big screen in the build room, and
okay.
uh, I'm texting back and forth with Tyler in between matches, be like, "Hey, I noticed this in the live stream. Make sure you're not doing that." Or, a couple times I was like, "Why are you still shooting? It's not your time." You
But they
know,
don't, to be fair though, to be fair, they don't have, because the easiest way to know if you're shooting or not is because the hub's going to light up, right? So if the hub's not lit
yeah,
up, don't start shooting because
right.
it has to light up. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be important to watch those light commands because you have that extra 10 seconds after autonomous where everybody can shoot, and then at the end, you want to be watching those lights, definitely. But that's where that additional human player counting is really going to come
yes.
in
Yeah.
handy. So,
So tell us more about the kids, right? You're this is what you would call a rebuilding year because you graduated so many children.
I mean, we're almost always rebuilding, right?
It's true. It's part of it. Get it? Rebuild, rebuild.
Right.
Yeah.
Aha.
I tried to sprinkle it in.
Yeah, there we go. Uh, digging a hole. Um, um, yeah, I mean, with having to train new programmers, stuff like that. We actually started an internship program, so eighth graders finishing their FTC season can
Okay.
come right into FRC and start assisting us and learning the way we operate. Um, we're fortunate enough that one of our FTC coders are actually really like, I want to help the high school team, which is, totally
That's
reversed from
cool.
normal where we're trying to help
Yeah.
them. I have a seventh grader actually helping teach our new programmers here uh, on the high school team. So it's a huge switch there. But once he hits FRC, um, it's going to be amazing to see what he can do. But really training, a lot of wonderful products available through the first resources that are
Mhm.
available on their websites and stuff. We really want to utilize that. Even with Kitbot, you can pull that code up and kind of break it down and show how to make those subcategories and
Mhm.
the commands that you're using to make motors run and stuff like that. Um, you got to utilize all of the different resources that are put out there by first.
Yeah. And I like we're doing similar to you. We have two students that were on FTC and they're so involved. They're helping put the robot together for our team for this year, along with the other kids, of course. But they're in it to win it. They want to learn everything about that. And that's so cool to have them, um, intern. I'm going to use that word. I like that. An
Yeah,
intern, right? Job shadowing, whatever you want to call it. You know,
definitely, definitely.
not
So,
never too young because there's so many differences between the two programs.
but there
So,
really is. With Cole coming in and helping us program, um, he's noticing the differences. Especially really loving Path Planner as opposed to, what is it, Roadrunner in
yeah,
FTC.
yeah,
So there's a big difference there, just simplicity of use. They're loving the fact that we can have more than eight or four motors and
that's true. It's true. You can have
so
20. You can have 20.
yeah.
No, well, however many your PDP will hold. Um, I'm not going to limit it because I'm going to get it wrong. So I don't want my own team
Well,
to
I
say I
mean,
said
the
something wrong.
new CTR
That's the one we have.
PDP
Yep.
has 24 slots.
Yep.
I'm utilizing some Rev break-off modules to
Me
kind
too.
of power all my little
Yep.
items, all the CAN coders, and
Sure.
we're using a lot of CAN ranges this year.
Oh, okay.
Um, uh, just kind of like know the hopper's empty, know our intake's empty, know the
Interesting.
shooter's empty.
Yeah.
Just kind of utilizing that as more of like a beam break style.
Sure. Sure. It's nice to know, especially like we said before, with the hub being there, if you're going around and you're picking up balls on the other side, it's always great to know if you actually have one or not.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
So
I
we're
like it.
we're, we're definitely going to be utilizing Forward View Camera. It's going to be super important to understand limelight or on the fly targeting. Um, that's going to be a really important thing. You're going to see the teams that can target that while moving really
Hmm.
excel at the competitions.
Okay. Okay. There was something that just crossed my mind. Oh, because after this year, if I'm correct, I think I am, FTC and FRC is going to use the same setup, right? The same brain because we're replacing all of our electronics after this season,
Yeah,
except for the radio. So
yeah, we got the new radio already, and then
yeah,
who's producing the
I
new
want to say
control
it's
hub?
CTRE,
Oh God,
maybe.
no. Uh, it's isn't
I think it is.
I'm isn't
Someone will
Heinz?
correct me if I'm wrong. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're
But
getting a
yeah,
new
no,
control.
it'll be
Controls.
it'll definitely assist
Yeah.
with the transfer in between the two programs
Hmm.
once we are all utilizing the same brain, right?
Right. Right. That brain's been around for a while. The Robo Rio's been there for a while. So it's time for a
I
new
mean,
one.
this is our ninth year, and I still have the first one we ever got. It's still kicking. So, um, yeah, it's going to be exciting, but also kind of like an end of an era, you know?
True. True. We will say, I'm sure someone will make a trophy out of them, but that's a really expensive trophy because you can still utilize those things for other things other than high school, first robotics. So,
If you look at the licensing, like it's going to be hard to utilize it for anything but robots. If you want to follow the rules, I guess.
I, I'm not, I'm not saying to or not to. I'm Switzerland. Yeah, I'm not.
No, I
I'm
mean
not.
it'll still be a good code base.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can still utilize it. I still have my, or we still have the first robot we ever built for Power Up back in 2018.
I remember that robot.
It's our training bot. It's our defense bot that we put on the field and train our new drivers how to get out of defense and stuff like that.
The good
So
old
it's a
tank.
really rugged robot that we've redone in many times. It's all brushless now,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
So
Not swerve though, right? Still tank.
no, it's still tank drive.
Yeah.
So the last of it. We were fortunate enough this year to be able to get into the new MK5 series from
Okay.
Swerve Dive Specialties. So, we're excited to be able to see what that can do. We had the MK4s last couple seasons, and
Me
those
too.
were,
Same. We upgraded the same year. We went with the I, not the and. You went with the end, right?
I went with the ends, yeah.
I have to tell you, it is a night and day difference. I was showing some new students this year when we were putting those together. I said, "Hey, because we still have the old ones, right? Go look at those and see what you have to do to change the gearing out. And look at this. I just go pink and put a new pinion in and move a single fastener, and bam, you can go from 1 to 2 to 3 to whatever you want to do. The world
Yeah,
is your oyster. It's so much nicer. Thank you,
I
Patrick.
agree.
Thank you, Patrick from Swerve Dash Specialties. He doesn't sponsor us. Maybe after this. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you for doing the MK5i. And John.
Yeah,
John's an amazing, good resource. I don't know if you've ever talked to John from SDS. That guy, he can talk about robots. So it's
yeah,
good stuff.
definitely. Wealth of knowledge. I was fortunate enough. They dropped off some parts at my pit at Worlds a couple of years ago, so I was able to, have a wonderful
It's
conversation with
called a
those
nice
guys.
flex,
And
Jake. That's called a nice flex. I'm sprinkling them in here. I got to. Got to keep the kids'
um,
attention.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, um, Train of thought.
Yeah. You're tired. I'm tired. It's been a long
Yeah,
build season.
it's been a long day, full day at work. Came in, worked on some intake stuff, completely redesigned our intake. Every time a new video comes out, we're like, wait a second, we could do it that way. So
I started doing that, and at some point, you just got to cut. For me, a line was drawn in the sand, and we said, you're a week 2, right? Right.
week 2, yeah,
Yeah, we're a week 1. So week 1, 2 weeks from Thursday, 2 weeks from this Thursday, we're in Lakeview. I'm like, guys, it's done. The decisions are made. Let's get the assembly done. Coding's ready. They're ready. Like they're
right.
first time ever that they're ready. Ready to have the
Yeah,
robot and do everything.
the coders, they're ahead of us.
Yeah.
Normally we're like handing them a robot and they're like, okay, now we'll get
And then you
started.
do this and you're just doing this. And you're waiting. Don't
So
hate us, coders. We love you.
yeah.
Thank you for what you do.
Like I always say, we build fancy paperweights. Somebody way smarter than us makes them move.
This is true.
So
Paperweights. That's what they end up being at the end. No. You said your 2018 robot's still running, so
yeah, I got last year's robot sitting here. We've been harvesting some parts off of it, but
yeah.
it's still sitting here. It makes a really good just in the way robot, so the drive team can kind of play with a dead robot on the field and stuff like that. We could kind of try to train for stuff like that.
Did you
So,
purposely put it underneath the right banner?
yes.
Nice flex with the banner. I like it. I like it. It's good. I
Yeah,
want one of those. Yeah,
this is
that one.
my favorite one right now.
Yeah. I'll take my team has never won a banner. They've never been to states. We missed it by 2 points last year, through 5 points a year before. So want to make states. We want to, get that first banner. This is the team's 15th year. It's 15th
Oh,
season. So that's a long time, man.
it
It's
is, it is. But I mean, it's hard to get these banners. There's a
it's
lot of really good teams out there, and
yeah.
sometimes it's the luck of the draw. This one over here happened on accident. Um,
Happy
but
accident. Happy
yeah,
accident.
it's an amazing feeling, especially that first one. So
Sure. I remember that first one. I remember that first one. I beat the Heartland Electro Eagles, and their head coaches and me are really good friends. And there's still pictures of this. This was at, I call it mini states, which is the tractor technicians. It's been a long day, Jake. I can't remember. Mason,
Mason,
right?
yeah, yeah,
2019. Yeah. 20. Wait, no. It was 22, 23. Sorry. It was in 23. Still with my last season with the fast team, and we won, and I cried like a baby, man. I was so happy for those kids, and you
oh,
know
yeah,
just lost it. It was cool. That's the first one. You always remember the first one.
yeah.
You just got to get the first one for this team sooner or later. We're still
Yeah,
trying.
yeah. We'll
Still
just
trying.
have to get together at Battle Creek and
Hey,
get some things done, right?
there's some competition there, like Corey Walters, two-time national champion strike forces there.
Yeah, yeah.
He watches this, so I
We,
bet he
we
knows.
always work really well with the
Yes.
teams that we're going to see.
Very
We're tr
political, Jake. Very political. Love it.
always trying to reach out and kind of see what some of the more prominent teams are doing, or if they give us any insight to what they're looking for
Mm-hmm.
assistance.
Mm-hmm.
You got to play you got to play the game.
Yes,
Uh,
it's part of it. It's part of it. It's part of it. And
yeah,
here's where the good things come in. And I often use this with Woody Flowers. Rest in peace, Woody Flowers. Um, Gracious professionalism goes a long way at a comp. Just saying.
really does. It really
Really
does.
does.
Um,
Really does.
you always have that team or two where you're like kind of off-putting
Hmm. It happens.
sometimes.
It happens.
It does. I mean, it's a competition, right? So
Yes.
everybody wants to win, and everybody's got uh, their idea of what it takes to win.
Sure.
And
And they have every
uh,
right to do that. They have every right to do
oh
that. It's
yeah, yeah,
just
and I'm sure there's some teams out there that could say some things about Hollywood too. We're very competitive out there, and
just point over your right shoulder again. It's your right. Not yeah. I'm the dyslexic one. Yes, your right shoulder, sir.
this one.
Yeah, that one. That one.
Yeah, that was an amazing run last year with Clarkston and Fighting Bulldogs. Um, you learn so much,
Sure.
especially working with Clarkston. Team Rush, getting to actually get in there with Kyle and learn how they do it, right?
Yep.
Fighting Bulldogs, an amazing team to work with. Um, One of their mentors, we we've been together. He's a returning student. Um,
Hmm.
we've been at comps back in 2018, 19 with them when he was a student, and now he's a mentor. So
It's cool.
it's nice to be able to see those returning students that are still in the program and
Sure.
volunteering in
Sure.
their community and stuff. So we've always had a really good repertoire with Fighting Bulldogs. So to be able to get that group together for states last year was amazing.
Yeah. Well, Jake, we've been at it for half an hour. I'm going to thank you very much for coming on board again because we're at the tail end of week 5.
Yep.
And we both have a lot of, well, we got to get some sleep. And then we both have practices tomorrow to remember. I got to make my notes after this of the things that we got to do tomorrow just to make sure, things keep progressing because 2 weeks from Thursday, we're touching a field. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
We did sign up for Kettering Week 0, so that's our next goal is to have our robot finished and ready to go there.
Okay.
Using Kettering Week 0 is an amazing thing. You're going to see some really good teams. They got the AM and the PM session, so I usually try to stay for both if I can. And we see a lot of really good teams there, and you learn a lot
Is that
about.
this weekend, Jake?
No, it's next
Okay.
or
Yep.
not this weekend, but next weekend, if I
Okay.
remember. God, I hope it's not this weekend. Um, my schedule is what day is it?
Today's Monday.
So the okay, yeah, definitely. So you really learn if you get that chance to go out to a neighboring school that has a
Hmm.
full field and you can actually put it on there. There's Oxford Week 0 that happens. If you can get out to Kettering or one of the other local out by you or
Hmm.
what have you, it's super important to put that robot on a field and run it through its paces. Make sure
Sure.
it's not going to explode on impact. So,
Well, hopefully not. There's going to be some battle bots this year. Well, not battle bots. I can't. There's going to be some robot action of robot hitting robot.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. So, especially with hoppers that are extended past frame perimeters.
Yeah, I plan on having at least 2 spare hoppers with me.
Ah, very good information to have. Also, nuggets of information. This is where spares will really come into play, at least intakes and hoppers. So,
Yeah, yeah, with the rules basically like mutual combat doesn't get penalties. It's going to be interesting to see who starts gunning for people, I guess.
oh,
So,
well, gracious professionalism again, right? You know, there's
yeah,
competition, then there's, like, huh, that was interesting. So,
yeah.
yeah,
So,
we'll leave that at that. So, Jake, tell us again who you are, how we follow the team.
I'm Jake. I am the head coach of Hollywood 7211. You can find us on our Instagram, Facebook, and the website if it's up and running.
Yep.
We'll be at week 2 Marysville and week 4 Battle Creek with you guys, and then hopefully see you guys at States.
Yeah. I'm, I hope. I hope. Knock on wood. I hope. But good luck to Team Hollywood and we'll check in with you as the season goes on, Jake.
Definitely. Always a pleasure.
With eyes raised above what is, there is a view of what could be. Beyond all known horizons are visions of an unformed future, brimming with curiosity that can change everything. When looking for the technology and tools that will turn your curiosity into magic, look no further. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.